通过学习汉语，让我学会了3门人生课程。Learning Chinese taught me 3 life lessons, and this is how you can learn pretty much anything new. Hi my friend, this is Rocky Spetu again, and today I want to share with you 3 life lessons I have been able to learn in the course of learning Chinese. 2 years ago, I started learning Chinese, and I remember it was a very interesting experience. The first day I went into the class, I was actually 2 weeks late from the beginning of classes. So I sat at the back of the class and there were about 20 students. I was observing what was going on. And I remember looking at the teacher. He took a piece of chalk and he drew some strokes on the board. He asked one of the students to read. So I started asking myself the question, how is it possible for somebody to read strokes? Because I was actually lost. I didn't know what was going on. It was my first ever encounter with the language. So I told myself, I'm not gonna do this. This is not my thing. I need to focus on something else. This is not my business. So 2 years down the line, I have been able to learn Chinese, and now I can speak pretty much comfortably. In the process, I have learned 3 lessons that I want to share with you in this video. The first thing learning Chinese taught me is that you need to be able to accept discomfort. You need to be able to embrace discomfort. You know, whenever you embark on something new, on a new venture, it could be learning a new language, it could be learning a new skill, it could be learning how to play piano, how to play guitar, it could be learning how to speak in public, or whatever new skill you learn or you want to learn. The truth is that it doesn't feel good at the beginning. Your mind is challenged, your brain is challenged, your system is challenged, because you are actually confronted with a new set of information that sometimes are opposite or different from what you have known or learned before. And it puts you in a very, very uncomfortable situation. You need to be able to accept that if you need to break out from what you know into what you don't know, from what you have into what you don't have, or from what you have acquired into what you are still to acquire. Most people actually give up whenever they are challenged, whenever they feel uncomfortable. Like myself, when I was in that class on the first day, I told myself, this is not my place, this is not my thing, I can't be here, I need to focus on something else. But later on, I realized that that was the feeling I needed. That was the circumstance I needed to be able to break forth. I needed that challenge to be able to tell myself I can do it and move on. So the challenge or the discomfort is not there to stop you, but it is there to give you a signal that you are stepping into something new, that you are stepping into a new area, and you need to be able to accept that and tell yourself it's still okay. The second life lesson learning Chinese taught me is make mistakes and be okay with it. You know, sometimes when you're learning a language as interesting and challenging as Chinese, you might be tempted to always want to get everything right before you express yourself, wanting to get every word right, every statement right before you say it. But that's the wrong way to go about it. You must be comfortable with making mistakes, because the only way you make progress is by making mistakes. Go out there and get it wrong the first time, get it wrong the second time, get it wrong the third time, and after that you will make progress. It's okay for you to get inside the pool for the first time, trying to learn how to swim and feel awkward and even drink a little water. It's okay for you to stand in front of the people and feeling awkward for the first time. If you want to wait until you know it all, until you have the right formula or the right information before you take action, I'm telling you, you will never make progress. So make as many mistakes as possible. In fact, make plenty of mistakes, because that's the only way you can ensure your move towards progress. The third lesson learning Chinese taught me is you have to practice. There is no way you can be good at something if you do not practice. Actually, life only rewards those who practice their craft. So in my case, I needed to look for as many opportunities as possible to be able to practice the new language I was learning. So whenever I learn a new statement or a new phrase or a new word, I went out and I looked for native speakers to talk to. I went online and I've looked for people to communicate with. I looked for every opportunity that could make me to practice the language as much as possible. So if you want to learn a new language, if you want to learn a new skill, find time to practice. There is no way you can master without practice. They always say practice makes perfect, but I like to put it this way: practice makes progress. The more you practice, the better you become. There you go with 3 life lessons learning Chinese taught me, and this can be applied into learning pretty much anything new. Maybe you want to learn how to speak in public or learn a new skill. It could be how to swim or how to drive or whatever you want to learn. Apply these 3 techniques. Be ready to embrace the discomfort. Make as many mistakes as you can and be okay with it. Practice your craft. Doing this will take you faster and will make you to learn faster than any other technique you will ever come across. So my friend, this is Rocky Spetu, and today I have shared with you 3 life lessons learning Chinese taught me and how you can apply them into learning any new skill or anything new. If you believe there is another way to learn something faster, leave a comment below and I will be sure to follow up with you. Remember, the power of an information is not in the hearing but in the doing. So go out there and take action on everything you learn. And if you do that, you will see that your life will never be the same again. Looking forward to see you in my next video. Go out there every single day of your life. Do something new, do something significant, and begin to experience what I call the fulfilled life.